Have you ever wondered what really happens during an eclipse? I mean, it's not every day that the celestial bodies align in such a way that the sun, moon, and earth decide to put on a cosmic shadow puppet show for us down here. It's a phenomenon that has captivated humanity for centuries. From mysterious temperature drops to ancient myths and even effects on human mood, eclipses have sparked curiosity and even fear across cultures throughout history. Ancient civilizations wove intricate stories around them, often associating these events with powerful deities or celestial beings. And let's be honest, even today, with all our scientific advancements, there's still something undeniably awe-inspiring about witnessing an eclipse firsthand. But do they really have an impact on us beyond the spectacle? Do they influence our behavior, our technology, or even the natural world around us? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the mind-blowing facts about eclipses, how they affect the world around us, and whether they truly influence human behavior. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss these surprising revelations. Okay, let's talk about the psychological effects of eclipses. Now, I'm a scientist, so I'm all about evidence and data, but even I have to admit there's something undeniably powerful about the experience of an eclipse. The sudden dimming of the sun, the drop in temperature, the strange behavior of animals, it's enough to make anyone feel like something profound is happening. And for many cultures throughout history, eclipses have been seen as portents of doom, signs of celestial upheaval, or even messages from the gods. Think about it. You're going about your day, the sun is shining, birds are singing, and suddenly, bam! The world plunges into an unexpected twilight. I mean, I can see how that would have freaked people out in the past, right? Even today, with our understanding of the science behind eclipses, some people still report feeling a sense of unease, anxiety, or even fear during these events. It's like a primal instinct kicking in, a deep-seated awareness of the delicate balance of our solar system being momentarily disrupted. It's a reminder that for all our technological advancements, we're still at the mercy of these celestial cycles. You know, in a way, it's kind of humbling, don't you think? This giant ball of fire that sustains life on our planet, temporarily obscured by, well, a giant rock in space. It makes you realize that we're all just passengers on this cosmic journey, along for the ride. And while science might tell us it's just a natural phenomenon, there's still a part of us, a little voice in the back of our minds, that can't help but wonder if there's something more to it. Is it all just superstition, or is there something to this idea of eclipses messing with our energy, our moods, our very perception of reality? Well, some researchers believe that the sudden change in light and electromagnetic radiation during an eclipse could have a real measurable effect on our brains and bodies. They point to studies that show changes in brainwave activity and hormone levels during eclipses. Others suggest that it's more about the psychological impact, the collective awe and wonder that these events evoke in us, that triggers a cascade of emotional and physiological responses. Now, I'm not saying you should start building an eclipse bunker or anything, but the next time you're lucky enough to witness an eclipse, take a moment to really experience it. Pay attention to how you feel, what thoughts and emotions come up for you. You might be surprised by what you discover. All right, folks, let's talk about something crucial, especially if you're planning on catching a solar eclipse in action: protecting your eyes. And I'm not talking about just slapping on any old pair of sunglasses. I'm talking serious eye protection, because staring directly at the sun, even during an eclipse, can cause some serious damage. You see, even though the sun is partially covered during a solar eclipse, it's still emitting intense radiation, the kind that can literally cook your retinas. And trust me, you don't want to mess with your retinas. They're kind of important for this whole seeing thing. Now, you might be thinking, Neil, it gets dark during a solar eclipse, so what's the big deal? Well, here's the thing. Your pupils, those little black holes in your eyes, they dilate or get bigger in low light conditions. This lets more light in so you can see better. But during a solar eclipse, when the sun suddenly peeks out from behind the moon, all that intense light floods into your dilated pupils. And it's like focusing a magnifying glass on a leaf. Except the leaf is your retina. Not good. This can lead to a condition called solar retinopathy, which can cause blurry vision, blind spots, or even permanent vision loss. And the worst part is, you might not even feel it happening right away. The damage can occur without any pain. and the symptoms might not show up until hours or even days later. So how do you protect your precious peepers? Well, first and foremost, never, and I mean never, look directly at the sun during a solar eclipse without proper eye protection. And no, your regular sunglasses, even those fancy polarized ones, won't cut it. They don't offer nearly enough protection. What you need are special purpose solar eclipse glasses, and not just any eclipse glasses. Make sure they meet the ISO 123122 International Safety Standard. These glasses are equipped with special solar filters that block out harmful ultraviolet and infrared radiation, allowing you to safely enjoy the spectacle without frying your eyeballs. You can find these eclipse glasses online at science museums or from reputable astronomy retailers. And hey, if you can't get your hands on eclipse glasses, there are other safe ways to view the eclipse. You can make a pinhole projector, use a colander to project multiple images of the eclipse, or even just watch a live stream of the event online. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. Protect your vision and enjoy the eclipse responsibly. Your eyes will thank you for it. Chapter 3, Body Clock Chaos, when eclipses throw shade on our rhythms. Let's talk about something you might not expect. How eclipses can mess with our internal clocks, you know, those biological rhythms that tell us when to sleep, when to wake up, when to eat. Basically, the rhythms that keep our bodies running smoothly. You see, our bodies are incredibly tuned into the cycles of light and darkness. We've evolved this way over millions of years, with the rising and setting of the sun dictating our sleep-wake cycles, hormone production, and even our moods. It's all part of this intricate system known as our circadian rhythm. Now imagine what happens when you throw an eclipse into the mix. Suddenly the sun disappears in the middle of the day, plunging the world into an unexpected twilight. It's like someone hit the cosmic dimmer switch and our bodies are like, wait, what's going on? Is it nighttime already? This sudden disruption of light can confuse our circadian rhythms, throwing them out of whack. It's like jet lag. But instead of traveling across time zones, we're experiencing a rapid shift in light patterns right here on Earth. And just like jet lag, this disruption can lead to a host of funky side effects. Think about it, you might feel tired or drowsy during the day. Even if you got enough sleep the night before, you might have trouble concentrating or feel more irritable than usual. Some people even report experiencing headaches or digestive issues. It's like our bodies are trying to adjust to this sudden change in the environment, and it takes a bit of time to get back in sync. And it's not just humans who are affected by this eclipse-induced circadian confusion. Animals too can be thrown off by the sudden darkness. Birds might return to their nests, thinking it's time to roost for the night. Crickets might start chirping, believing it's dusk. And nocturnal animals might even emerge from their hiding places, thinking it's time to party. It's like the whole natural world is momentarily fooled by this celestial trickery. And while the effects of this circadian disruption are usually temporary, they serve as a fascinating reminder of just how interconnected we are to the rhythms of our planet and the cosmos beyond. Chapter 4, Eclipses and Ancient Lore Myths, Legends, and Cosmic Drama. Alright, let's journey back in time for a bit and explore how ancient cultures interpreted these celestial events. Long before the days of telescopes and scientific understanding, eclipses were shrouded in mystery and often viewed through the lens of mythology and superstition. Imagine yourself in a time before electricity, before the internet, before we could explain the movements of the heavens. You're living in a world where the sun and moon are powerful deities, governing the cycles of life and death. Then one day the sun disappears in the middle of the day, or the moon turns blood red. Can you imagine the awe, the terror, the sense of wonder that would have evoked? It's no wonder that ancient civilizations wove intricate stories and legends around eclipses. These stories often reflected the fears, beliefs, and cultural values of the time. In many cultures, eclipses were seen as omens of doom, harbingers of disaster, or even signs of celestial battles raging above. For example, in ancient China, a solar eclipse was believed to be caused by a celestial dragon devouring the sun. To scare away the dragon and restore the sun's light, people would bang drums, clash cymbals, and make as much noise as possible. Can you imagine entire villages erupting in a cacophony of sound, all in an effort to save the sun from a mythical beast? In Norse mythology, an eclipse was said to occur when two wolves, Skoll and Hati, who were constantly chasing the sun and moon, finally caught their prey. The Vikings believed that if the wolves succeeded in swallowing the sun or moon entirely, it would bring about Ragnarok, the end of the world. In Hindu mythology, eclipses are associated with the demon Rahu, who disguised himself as a god to steal a sip of an elixir of immortality. The sun and moon, who witnessed the deception, alerted the god Vishnu, who promptly beheaded Rahu. But because Rahu had already tasted the elixir, his head became immortal and continued to chase the sun and moon, occasionally catching and swallowing them, causing eclipses. These myths and legends, as fantastical as they may seem today, offer a glimpse into the rich tapestry of human imagination and our enduring fascination with the cosmos. They remind us that we humans are storytelling creatures, constantly seeking meaning and order in the universe around us. Chapter 5, Nature's Ballet, How Eclipses Make the Animal Kingdom Go Wild. Now let's shift our focus from human reactions to eclipses to the fascinating ways in which the animal kingdom responds to these celestial events. You see, animals are far more in tune with the rhythms of nature than we humans often give them credit for. They rely on subtle cues from their environment, like changes in light, temperature, and even electromagnetic fields to navigate, find food, and avoid predators. So, when an eclipse rolls around and disrupts these environmental cues, it's no surprise that animals exhibit some pretty curious behaviors. It's like someone just hit the reset button on their daily routines and they're not quite sure what to do with themselves. For example, diurnal animals, those active during the day, often react to the sudden darkness of a solar eclipse as if it were nightfall. Birds might stop singing and return to their nests, thinking it's time to roost for the night. Squirrels might scurry back to their drays and butterflies might cease their flitting about. Nocturnal animals, on the other hand, might get a bit confused and emerge from their daytime hiding places, thinking it's time to party. Owls might start hooting, bats might take to the skies, and crickets might begin their nightly serenades. And it's not just land animals that get in on the act. Marine animals, too, exhibit strange behavior during eclipses. Fish might move to different depths, and some species of whales and dolphins have been observed changing their vocalization patterns. Now, you might be wondering, why do animals react this way to eclipses? Well, for many animals, the sudden change in light signals a shift in their circadian rhythms, those internal clocks that regulate their sleep-wake cycles, feeding patterns, and other bodily functions. For other animals, it might be a matter of survival. Prey animals might become more cautious and seek shelter, fearing that predators might be lurking in the dim light. And predators in turn might take advantage of the situation, using the cover of darkness to their advantage. It's like the entire animal kingdom is engaged in a cosmic ballet, each species reacting in its own unique way to the celestial choreography unfolding above. It's a fascinating reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things and the profound influence that these celestial events can have on life on Earth. Outro: Eclipses. Mysteries unveiled. Wonders remain. So there you have it. Eclipses, more than just celestial spectacles, they're events that ripple through nature, technology, and even our own bodies. We've journeyed from ancient myths to modern science, exploring the profound ways in which these cosmic alignments affect our world. What do you think? Have you ever felt different during an eclipse, or do you believe it's all just a coincidence? Let me know in the comments. I'm always up for a good cosmic conversation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mystery behind eclipses, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating facts. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. See you in the next mystery.